other stuff with Miss Rindy and Miss Keita. How you guys doing? I hope you guys enjoyed your Mother's Day. And I hope that you celebrated the women in your life that has at least affected you in a positive way. Now there are some funky ones that call themselves mothers or I would say use as vessels, but don't quite, I guess.
Fit the role.
Yeah, they wasn't ready. You should have shut up, Keita.
Call Tyrone.
No, you shouldn't have called nobody. How about it? You should have kept your purse closed, or kept the nickel. Yes, the nickel between your knees. How about that?
Other stuff.
I mean, some of us were ready, some of us weren't. But meanwhile, I know I celebrate my mother, and I know my kids celebrated me and my mother, so we had a good time. And Miss Rindy, how was your Mother's Day?
I had a fabulous Mother's Day.
Cool beans.
I celebrated a lot of different mothers that I felt like go unnoticed. Yep, a lot of mothers that go unnoticed for the excellent jobs that they do raising their children.
And then there are those that have mother, I guess they play the mother role, but haven't actually had any babies. We celebrate you as well, because without you, I mean, you wouldn't make productive people.
And I don't think people really understand the way God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, but it's all by design. If you were not given one gift, you were given another.
Right.
So if you were not given a gift to birth a child, then that means you're supposed to be a safe haven for a child that need you.
Yes.
And I think we forget that, because I was in the store getting cards.
I
got your card. In the store getting cards, and this lady just bust out crying on me. It happened to me all the time, but I'm just like, lady, not today. But I was in a rush, and I really didn't have time to give a word. But it was like, you're gonna have to make time, because she like, right. Where's the Mother's Day cards at? I'm like, right here. She's like, this is so depressing. She's like, I never was able to be a mother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she just flipped out on me, right there.
So she never had children?
She never had children.
Oh.
And I was like, but I'm sure you probably a great auntie, cousin.
Right.
You know what I mean? Step in for somebody.
Right.
Don't discount yourself.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
Yourself.
Yeah.
But it disturbed me a little bit. Because it was like, right now?
Yeah.
It's gonna make me feel like this, ma'am?
Yeah.
But, I thank God for every stretch mark. Let's just say that. Every last one of them, because there's so many that wish they had one.
Yeah, that's true.
A line of stretch marks. Here we are complaining like, my stomach, my back, this, that. And then there's some people that's like, oh.
Well, I tell you what, I don't think nobody should talk about the war scars. And I'm calling them war scars. Even the fupa. None of y'all should be complaining about the woman having a fupa.
The hand warmer.
Because I don't know. I think once you have children, though, you really get that womanly body. And although some may frown upon it, but there are some who celebrate it and don't have a problem with it at all. With that being said, I'm gonna move on. So today's topic is about slumlords. And we're going to talk about, some of the situations that tenants may come across when dealing with slumlords, and how really the landlords are supposed to really take care of the property, but also understand that in that you have to make sure that you're signing a contract that makes them responsible, because they could be making you responsible, which is the reason why you should really read. Make sure you read. And if you don't understand, say, hey, can I get a day before I sign this? Let me take it to my attorney,
My
lawyer, somebody who
anybody
can comprehend and, have an understanding of the law. And if you don't have a person who has an understanding of the law, or at least a person who understands how real estate works in that regard, as far as landlord and tenant, then, don't sign so quickly. I need you to find somebody who knows how to articulate, at least break it down to you in layman's terms, so you'll understand exactly what you're getting yourself into and what you're responsible for versus what the landlord is responsible for. Because repairs and stuff could be your responsibility and you don't even know it. Now, why would you want that? You know what I mean? So just be mindful of that and understand that you must, I'm going to say it again, you must READ, which spells read. Okay? Okay. Want to take it away, Randy?
Well, like she said, like Lakita said, you need to read and know exactly what's your responsibility as a tenant and the landlord's responsibility as a owner. Unfortunately, people don't look at it as a group adventure, which it is. It's like a partnership. You're gonna take care of my house for me. I'm gonna take care of your property for you.
Exactly.
So it's like landlords feel like the house should look like it looked when they rented it to you. No. In a perfect world,
right?
Yes, people would live in the house and not touch the walls, tiptoe on the carpet, take their shoes off at the door, all that good stuff. Not putting nothing in the drain that ain't supposed to go down there, chicken grease, in a perfect world. But unfortunately, that doesn't exist. So, being that doesn't exist, we have slumlords, this kind of wore out. A lot of landlords get into the business to make money. And they be so excited. Oh, I got my first property. I got a tenant coming to look at it. I put in granite countertops and
wow,
nice,
so lovely
chandelier up there.
New tile,
fresh
carpet.
Yeah, carpet all the way through, fresh.
Fresh paint.
You can smell it in the air still.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt your feelings, but regardless of how this tenant may look, you might get handed back a nightmare.
A nightmare?
Baby, these people are savages. I'm sorry. They are. They savages. A lot of them had that mentality of, this ain't my property, but it's your home.
Right.
And when people come over, they don't know who your landlord is. They know you live there. They know you live there. So it doesn't behoove Lakita to be like, girl, this landlord won't do nothing to this house. Why are you still there? That's one question I want to ask tenants. You will stay and put your children in harm's way not to pay. Okay? You won't pay. Okay? But you're going to live in an unstable situation because you don't have to pay? Because as a judge, I would definitely be like, why are you still there?
Right.
You already didn't pay this man for 4 months. You obviously done saved enough money. You obviously done saved enough money to move. See, if I was a tenant, you got one time only, to neglect me and my family. And I'm paying you. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm just going to withhold his rent. Oh, I'm going to withhold it, all right. I'm withhold it
and move.
Because I see that this is a terrible situation. It's just going to get worse.
And this relationship is not
This
working.
relationship is not working. That's why, as a landlord, I definitely get rid of tenants quick. Because once it's like a marriage. You know what I mean? Like, once you can't communicate with a brick wall. If I can't communicate with you, there's no relationship here. No, it's not. Every time I try to talk to you, you shutting me down. I hear so many stories, and it's just ridiculous. Yeah, the landlord took the drawer. It was broke. It's been 6 months. He ain't bring it back yet. So you don't have a drawer? Go in the bathroom. Yeah, the landlord won't fix the sink. It's leaking. It's landlords. I'm talking to you now.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Yes, there's a bunch of messed up tenants out here. But there's a large amount of slumlords that want the money, fast talk these tenants, pacify them with a little something, take care of your property. You won't have those issues if you stayed on top of it. Stay on top of it. The tenant call you, it's the sink is leaking. Get somebody right out there. Because that $20 repair gonna turn into a $2,000 repair.
Right.
Because they're gonna put the bucket under the sink and forget about it. They're gonna keep forgetting about it. Like, the floor getting wet. The floor getting wet.
Oh, my bad, the bucket.
Oh, that's that bucket. Then it's gonna get so nasty that they're not gonna want to touch the bucket.
Then it's moldy. You got that film.
Now the cabinet is toe up. Because the water, and we all know, they don't make cabinets like they used to. This pressed wood, that bucket going straight through.
Yeah.
Now you got to replace the plumbing
and
the bucket.
Yeah. And that pressed wood.
The pressed wood. Probably the whole cabinet base.
Right.
Not to mention the floor tile.
And that's attached to the sink. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Just fix the $20 leak.
That's it.
Fix it. And you know what? If you stayed on top of stuff, these tenants would not have a leg to stand on when it come down to court.
True.
Okay? I say write everything down. Hold just a second, Miss Johnson. Just a second. And today is 10:26 at 6:30. And you said, what's happening over there now? The sink. The sink won't go down in the bathroom. Documentation beats conversation.
That's her favorite thing. And matter of fact, I use that all the time.
It does. Documentation beats conversation. Period. Because I could definitely be like, yeah, he ain't fixed nothing, and then he could say, September 26th, right. I fixed the tub. This is the receipt from the plumber, and blah 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 blah.
Right.
The judge gonna be like, ma'am, why are you in here lying? What I do is take pictures of my properties. Yeah.
Before and after. Because it's time stamped.
I take pictures. I even get the tenants in the picture.
Hey.
See, ma'am,
you was in here.
See, ma'am, you was so happy when you moved in. You was had your keys in your hand.
Women had that checklist completed saying that everything was good.
Yeah. And that's another thing.
That checklist. Yeah, that checklist.
That checklist will save your life.
All day.
Okay? You could get it for free. You could go online and say, just Google rental checklist.
Yes.
If you're that slow, you could say,
she said that.
Move in checklist. Move in checklist.
She said if you're that slow.
Yeah, because people be like, what do I put in there? Move in checklist.
I feel like let me not stop. That's not political.
Move-in checklist. And then print it out for you, put their name on it, the date, and going on down the line. It's so tedious. It goes all the way down to the towel rack pole.
Wow.
The screens.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you can't.
And they go from room
to
room to room. Living room, floors, walls. And what happens is you let the tenant fill it out.
Yes. You don't fill it out. You let the tenants do that because they're going to be able to confirm everything that's on that list.
Because it say good, fair, bad. Ma'am, you said everything was good. I don't understand why we in court.
See, what had happened was...
Everything was good, Your Honor.
Well, I said it was good, but it really wasn't.
So you're telling me right now that, ma'am, you are a liar.
But I thought I didn't see that time. See, I had to go to the eye doctor. I thought I saw what I saw, but I didn't really see what I saw.
That you didn't see.
I signed it in thinking I saw what I saw, but I didn't really see it because I needed glasses.
Amen.
I just made an appointment.
You still need glasses to get out of my house.
You shouldn't have signed it.
Go on now, get.
So again, read. Please read.
Yeah.
And then take your time. Tenant.
And stay away from these scanners.
Yeah.
Scammers.
She said scanners.
Yeah.
You scanning documents?
These landlords, some of them are scammers. They do just enough to get you in. And then they say, oh, we're going to finish the rest around you.
Wow.
No date stamp. Then you get tired of calling them.
Right.
And then you say, forget it.
Because they turtling. And see, the thing about it is, really, if you stack up what's going on and make sure your documentation is on point, then you can get at them. You can get them in court just the same. Mm-hmm. But make sure that if you're building a case,
make sure you putting the money in escrow.
That part.
Make sure you putting the money in escrow, not a dime short. Every month, if your rent is $1,250, then you need to be depositing $1,250
in escrow.
In escrow. Because what happens is you lying. I got your rent. It's in escrow, and you not taking care of this property. No way. I see you in court. Then you get to court, and the judge like, you put the money in escrow.
What happened was,
see, Your Honor, stuff was coming up,
and I had to pay some bills, so I had to dip in.
So you didn't put the money in escrow.
Well, I did, but not all of it.
Yeah. And see, I don't know what's going on with the court system now, but these judges, they just allowing these tenants to just stay over time.
Wow.
And that's turning landlords into slumlords.
Oh, wow.
Because here it is, a person living in your house that you have evicted.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting to go to court with them.
Mm-hmm.
And they calling you to repair stuff. What? If you don't give me my money, you want me to spend some money. And you holding on. Yeah, the toilet stopped up. Well, take some of that money that you holding in escrow. Uh-huh. And call a plumber. You want me to send you a number?
Roto-Rooter.
Call them people. Maybe you'll pay them.
Oh my gosh.
But they use that as just, I don't know. We so unstable as a people. We are very unstable. Like, being in real estate, I never knew people move this much. You look at people's applications and you be like, you look at their ID. So you stay here. Oh no, I used to stay there. So where you stay at now? Oh, I stay on. Well, how long were you there? Oh, about 6 months. The landlord wouldn't do nothing. Now, a lot of people say that. You know, I got to come on defense. It just wouldn't be right. We done got on the landlords. We know some of them are slummish. Some of them are horrible. Okay? But A lot of y'all tenants be tearing stuff up. And your children are tearing stuff up. And you want to call the landlord to fix it. If little Johnny broke the window, then little Johnny mama and daddy need to fix the window. Don't call me. Because the window wasn't broke when little Johnny moved in.
And you might want to tag little Johnny.
Okay.
Just a couple times.
I'm just saying.
So he'll
It's
understand.
just certain. Some landlords put in they lease, any repairs under $100, you must fix. Me personally, I don't want you fixing nothing. Because I don't trust you.
Oh, wow. Guess it's understandable then.
Because it all changes up. If you have to change, if you have to fix it, you'll live with it for a while.
Yeah.
You will tape that window up. I'm going to fix it.
Not the tape.
Whatever. Tape, plastic, whatever. You will deal with it. But if the landlord have to fix it, oh, you on my head. Oh yeah, that sink. Yeah, that sink. Yeah, that sink. Ma'am, that sink was just fine when you moved in. And no matter how much you tell people not to pour grease down the drain, they still do it.
Not the grease. I mean, I know y'all not using
They
Crisco.
still do it.
I know that. But
It don't matter what kind. Because I'm gonna tell you what happens. Okay? I'm just gonna tell you what happens. You think in your mind, if I'm running the hot water, the grease just gonna, I don't know, disappear and going on down the drain.
It's gonna flow.
No. Because by the time that hot water get down to the basement, it's not hot no more. No. It's cold. Lukewarm. Cool. And it forms the first layer. Then you cooking chicken tomorrow. You do it again. Another layer. And it's going to keep forming until it closes. And then when it closes, you're calling the landlord because now it can't go down. It's backing up. It's backing up.
You know what that sounds like though? That sounds like when you eat greasy foods. I'm gonna leave that there.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's
that
the
clogged
same thing.
artery is because that one layer, then two layer, then you be trying to drink hot tea. It won't work. It can't work. Stop drinking that hot tea thinking that's gonna sit up here and melt all that grease and stuff you're eating. That's why you're walking around with clogged arteries, your heart sitting up here struggling. Now you got the pipes in your house struggling to get that water flowing. You can't get your blood pumping because of the clogged artery. You can't get the water flowing because of the doggone clogged pipes. People do better. Okay.
She had a week off.
I know. It's too much for me. I got a lot on my mind.
Yeah.
It's the depression.
She had a week off. But you're right, kid.
It's been rough.
They need to do better. They need to do better. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to deal with a slumlord. You can leave.
You can't leave.
Okay?
Plan well.
You can leave. Yeah. And if you don't want to leave, I love my house, then repair it.
Right.
Take your landlord to court. You can take landlords to court.
You can.
And hold your receipts. Don't get Craig to do it. Don't get Craig to fix it. Call a reputable company that know what a receipt is.
Great.
Hey. To do your repairs.
Oh my gosh.
To do your repairs.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You have to. Like, don't call the guy riding the bike down the street like, oh, I know how to, no, sir.
Debo?
I know how to fix it. No, you don't. Roll on, Debo.
That's my grandma's bike.
Roll on. Right, roll on.
My grandma gave me that
We
bike.
gonna let the plumber come out. Okay?
Too much Friday.
Let the plumber come out. But definitely take care of the home.
Yes.
Take
please.
care of the home.
I don't know why that's so hard.
You know the way people, once the walls get dirty, they move.
You can't wash the wall?
No. What's that?
Or do like my grandma used to do. We couldn't stand. We couldn't lean on no wall. Can't touch the wall. Couldn't do nothing.
Listen. In my home, my mama was a lethal weapon. Okay? When she turned that gospel music on,
Time
you
to
already
clean.
knew you better get up expedient and get that house together so you can have some type of daylight or something to get outside on Saturday. Because if she woke up like, and got them sausages cooking, girl, you like, we finna eat and work.
Clean.
She making breakfast pancakes too.
You know that stuff make you
Now
sick.
you got a mountain of dishes to wash, ma'am.
On top of.
On top of, get my baseboards together.
On top of.
And we cleaned windows.
Yeah.
I wish a child will say they're bored in my house. Really? We'll take this here shop vac, let all the windows up, vacuum all that little crust and stuff that came during the winter, vacuum all that out, and then take this here. See, they got Windex now. Nah. We had vinegar and water with a rag, and guess what we dried it off with?
Newspapers.
Yeah, just crumbling it up some. Newspapers was for everything.
You ain't lying.
You get
but you know what?
Chicken,
It get that glass sparkling.
Girl, chicken grease.
Matter of fact, the newspaper was put your garbage in. Put all them bones in here, cause make sure the rats and stuff didn't get to it.
Whatever the situation was, they are the reason why we are not pieces of crap people.
Right.
So the people that got tired of that, like, because I used to have people come down to my house to try to get us to come outside. My mom used to send them home. Like, look at you. Didn't you have that on yesterday? You ain't even took a bath. Go home, take a bath. Ask your mama what she need help with. I'm sure she needs some help down there because they down here helping me. I'm like, my mama, whoo. They don't know why they did it. Because Sister Hagwood, baby, was going to get you together. You need to get down there and get a bucket, put some pine sol in it, and some water and some rags, and get these kids to wiping these walls down.
Right.
Now it freaks me out for somebody to touch my walls. Don't touch my wall. What are you touching it for? To a model?
Right. Knowing you got oils in your fingers.
Don't touch my walls.
Yeah.
Don't touch my walls. I do these houses and I just be looking like, who lived here? Who lived here? Yeah. Like this girl, I don't know. And the tenants just move. They move. I had one house so horrible. All the lady kept saying this, because I want my security deposit back.
Boo bye.
Girl, as a property manager, I love when I had to keep it 100. I said, baby, are you serious? Just from doing this walkthrough, this clean out alone is your security deposit. So the way I get people to get their security deposit back, I be like, baby, listen here. This landlord is not playing with you, okay? And I'm going to let you know something. He got 30 days, per the state of Michigan law, to give you your security deposit back. And you have to give him a forwarded address because he has to, get estimates on these repairs and stuff in this house,
Exactly.
He can't just be like, here's your security deposit back, Really?
Yes, really.
Yes, but I gave him cash and he gave you a clean house. He gave you a home that you moved in that didn't have roaches everywhere, ma'am. Cuz, why we still got roaches? What's up with that? What is that about?
I can't.
If I see one more house with roaches, I'm telling you.
Wait a minute. Where you been in that had roaches?
Girl.
Is this recent?
Yes. Girl, we still call our exterminator for these houses. Like, yeah, I need you to go over on Grandma. And when you leave there, go on Brentwood. And eat wall circle.
I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then y'all be in these houses like,
What to do? Smash. I'm sorry. Just click that.
Get rid of the roaches.
That's just nasty.
Get rid of them.
Oh my God.
Get rid of them.
Oh.
It's over.
The roaches are that's just nasty. So, I mean, I don't get it. How you like not see? How do you deal? I don't.
People,
I guess because I don't deal with them. I'm like
people straddle the fence, girl. They be like, but
they act like they don't see it coming across. Oh, girl, just push that to the side. Oh.
But we appreciate everybody that came out today to listen to our podcast.
I'm on one today.
About slumlords and roaches and all this other stuff.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Yeah. The bugs bother me. I'm sorry. Just they bother me. And anybody who has them is bothersome. I'm not understanding because I guess I don't know anybody who has it. I'm sorry. It's been a day. And thank you for joining us on today. And hey, just so you know, our number here is 947-234-4633. So if you have any suggestions, you want to text us, whatever. And also make sure you subscribe and share. I would love to get more subscribers. It would be nice if you do so. I appreciate you. And also, I'm going to put my link tree up so you can see the other stuff that we got going on. Okay? All right, you guys. You have a wonderful evening. Talk to you soon. Bye.